Hello, this is France Mouton Hetty with your simple contemplation question for today, and that is, how's your EOM report? EOM, you might be wondering, well, it's January 31st. Hi, Cheryl. So it really stands for end of month. It brought me back to when I was, my first career was, in the computer field, as it was called then, data processing, and I was a programmer, and we'd have things that we had to do, like things we would do. Hi, Tiffany and Mary, and I think I said hi to Cheryl already. We'd have things we had to start, we'd call them housekeeping, at the beginning of a program and at the end. And at the end it would be called EOJ, end of job. And so EOM, EO, whatever, it's always the end of something, right? So today we're talking about the end of the month anyways. What I wanted to share with you is when we're working on personal goals, we want to have a way to track our progress. And so today being the last day of the month, want to share with you something that I got from an article, which I'll be happy to share with anyone who reaches out to me on a private message, and I will share this article. It's called How to Measure Progress in Your Personal Goals, daily, weekly, monthly. How about that? So the suggestion for a monthly is to have and schedule in your agenda, schedule a 30-minute end of month meeting just with yourself, okay? It's got to be something that is non-negotiable. Every end of the month, you have a 30-minute meeting just with yourself. So it's you and what you want to do is you want to kind of jot down what have you completed during the month that we're ending. What progress have you made on the habits that you're focusing on, okay? You want to talk about notes on anything you've experimented with during the month. Like at the beginning of the month, you might not have known you were going to do such and such, but put notes down of things that you've done. You want to... this is a little hard to read because I wrote over. Oh, so you want to create your goals for the following month that we're about to start. Hi, Rebecca. And you want to write down notes about your long-term goals overall. Okay, how's this working for? So hopefully you have you thought in this year, this is what I want to do. 5 years from now, this is where I want to be, and so on. So jot down some notes on anything on those long-term goals, just to have them in there. But mostly we're focusing on what did we accomplish in this last month. And I'll just mention quickly, and you can get the whole article, but on a daily basis. And I think this came from Seinfeld, actually, and his method is that every day on a calendar he puts a check mark if he has achieved his goal for the day. So you want to have a goal for every given day and put a check mark on it. One of my mentors said that she has these 3 things that are non-negotiable for her to do every single day for her business, okay? If she won't go to bed unless all 3 are done. And so she wants to be able to put a check mark in that box. And so, but what Seinfeld is saying is that, after a while you start to have this big long, it's like you have a chain of check marks. And once it gets to be like 100 days in a row and whatever, it gets harder and harder to break it, because if you skip a day and you don't have a check mark, you start back at 0. And so you want to keep the chain going, right? So establish your minimum accomplishment goals that, like they're non-negotiable. You've got to get this done every single day. If you get them all done, check, and you're done with that day, okay? So that's a quick, just on your calendar. Like I have a calendar on my desk. I can just do this on my calendar right here. And for the weekly, The recommendation is to find a couple of people. So maybe you're part of a team or you have a couple of friends who want to work with you on this. And Rebecca, I think maybe you just came on and I'm not sure that I have said hello to you. Paulette is here too. People are sneaking by. So I hope I didn't miss anybody, but welcome everybody. And so on the weekly one, have a few people who would like to have like a little accountability session, and like just schedule maybe 15 minutes and everybody just gives their accountability of what they've accomplished. Okay, so these are suggestions on what to do, and we really need to have, if we don't set goals, and they need to be things that can be measured. Okay, so you want to, let's say if you're focusing on your body and you want to release some weight, remember, we don't lose weight, we release it or we shed it or something, because lost things can be found again. We don't want that. But let's pretend that's what it is. So maybe you say, okay, I will release 5 pounds this month. Well, at the end of the month, did you or didn't you meet that? Okay, it's pretty easy to measure. You step on the scale at the beginning, at the end, right? So that's what we want to do. Again, if you would like the article, How to Measure Progress in Your Personal Goals, daily, weekly, and monthly, connect with me in private message. I'll get you the link for this article because it is very beneficial to, have a tracking system, and it doesn't have to be complicated. Okay? Until the next time, it's France Mouton Hedy reminding you to be joyful and be well.